Yelizaveta Vasilievna was very dressed up that day. What can a teacher of Ukrainian language and literature do? 1st of September's the first bell, a sea of flowers, beloved students, dear colleagues. She, Elizabeth Vasilievna, 23 years old, rejoiced her little fifth graders gave the young teacher a whole bunch of flowers and promised that they would always love their beloved Elizabeth Vasilievna. It was nice, because on such a day we wanted to rejoice and be happy. After the first lesson, there was a brief meeting with the principal, who reminded everyone that the hard work of teaching and educating the future of the country lies ahead. The principal also introduced the teaching staff to the new elementary school teacher. All the teachers present looked at the young man, who stood up in astonishment. There were very few guys among the elementary school teachers, and no one could imagine anyone so young anymore. The principal introduced the new teacher as Yuri Alexeyevich. Yuri Alexeyevich was attractive, broad shoulders, athletic build, a handsome face, light blue eyes that looked unashamedly at the colleagues present here. Cheerful comments were heard from the female part of the staff. Someone asked about the marital status of the guy. Although, one did not have to ask, the guy was very young to be ringed. And again, Yuri Alexeyevich was not ashamed of the question. He honestly said that he had not yet met the one with whom he could live, bear children, grow old, and enjoy retirement. This answer pleased everyone, and Elizabeth Vasilievna felt that her heart was beating fast and fast. The young woman did not take her eyes off the boy. Some sort of alluring aura was emanating from him. A small feast continued the celebration of the first day of school. And, probably by pure chance, Elizaveta Vasilievna was seated next to Yuri Alexeyevich. The boy did not mind this arrangement. Yes, he immediately spotted the beauty. Slender, with prominent breasts, with dark, sultry eyes. Such a girl, he just lost his head. They got to talking. Yuri told him that he had recently come from military service, told him about interesting cases in the army. Liza talked about herself, when she finished her studies, how she started to work. All this was going on under the supervision of the older part of the pedagogical staff. The guy did not take his eyes off his new acquaintance. Yes, it seems that he has already met the one he would like to live his life with. It was a real fairy tale. But he was afraid of disturbing this fairy tale moment with some inappropriate proposal. And then it dawned on Elizaveta Vasilievna she could ask Yuri Alexeyevich to help carry the flowers to the apartment where the girl lived. On the way they continued their conversation. Yes, Lisa was 2.5 years older than Yuri. Yes, she had graduated from the university, and he only graduated from the teacher training college. Yes, she was a local, and he came on assignment. But they had so much in common. And then Lisa offered the guy a coffee. She just wanted to talk some more. And Yura didn't refuse. The coffee was never needed. They only managed to throw some flowers in the bathroom and ended up in the bedroom. Yura was trying that the guy was trying out some exercises for the first time today. It was easy to learn with Lisa. She prompted the guy on how and what she liked best, what she preferred to do herself, and what she expected him to do. The guy wasn't a virgin, but he was sincere and very attentive. Lisa couldn't even believe that she could have met someone who could be so close to her. Even the oral stimulation that Jura did for his Lisa was fantastic. They fell asleep late at night, asleep in their arms, afraid of losing each other. It was true happiness. In the morning they were awakened by the phone ringing. Someone was trying to reach Yelizaveta Vasilievna. Yura handed the girl the phone. The gadget was on the floor beside the bed. Lisa smiled at the guy and looked at the screen. The husband called. Vasily. The one who went on a business trip to the capital. The young woman looked at Yura without a smile. Yes, Vasily. I'm home. In my bed. And where should I be? And you're going to tell me? You're in your room with your painted assistant. I know I'm stupid and I don't know anything about life. How did I manage to marry you? What? Do you think it's for the best? For you? Fuck you, Vasya. Yes, yes, that's where you go. I don't care. I'll pack your things myself. Don't expect me to let you into my apartment. That's it, roll around with your precious helper, Yelizaveta Vasilievna through the phone on the bed. Yura looked at Lisa and did not understand anything how it turned out that the girl he fell in love with the first time was married. And the guy's gaze fell on the right hand of the girl. Yes. Hell, yes. I mean, he hadn't looked at the hand at all yesterday. He couldn't take his eyes off his beloved's face. And such an important detail was in front of him all the time. Lisa saw what Yura was looking at. She lowered her gaze. And took a deep breath. I know. I'm a bitch. He's cheating on me there. You know, it's the second year he's been running around with his Nadusha. And I. Don't judge me. You know. You've thought of everything? Without even telling me? The guy looked at Lisa, who still couldn't look into the eyes of the man she was using for personal revenge. I thought you saw the ring. So I thought you agreed to the adventure. Lisa finally looked up. Yura did not judge her, the woman realized. He would not and would not dare to do so to her. I lost my head from. I thought that you were the one I was meant to live with until. I don't know what I did wrong. Yura got up from the bed. He looked for his pants. Lisa saw the way she'd been spearing the guy's back yesterday. This passion was not faked. You know. Yuri Alexeyevich. Freeze. And don't move. While I talk, you will be silent. Just be quiet. You'll listen to me, and then you'll say all the things you can say. And I'll be very quiet. Lisa got up from the bed, but did not even try to get dressed. I lost my head yesterday, too. Yes, it was wrong. I was plotting my revenge. But my marriage, you know, it was like a cinder block. And for some reason, it makes me feel good. I should think about it, but would you really like to grow old with me? Yes, Yelizaveta Vasilievna. I would. With all my soul. And with all my body. The guy looked at the attractive body of the girl. And it will be easy for you with me, knowing that I had a husband. Lisa held her air, waiting for an answer. It's not your husband I would like to live with. Yura smiled slightly. Can I think about it? A couple of minutes. Lisa looked at the guy who was standing so close by. Everything. I thought. Yuri Alexeyevich. After what you did to me last night, you just have to marry me. What do you say in your defense? I always thought men could say that. But, Elizabeth Vasilievna, I won't even think. I agree. Yura abruptly walked up to the girl. He took her in his arms and, kissing her, whispered, "Why did I like you?" Why? Epilogue: Yuri Alexeyevich never worked at the school for even 6 months. He wrote his resignation and left the school. He left to try to make happy the girl who had agreed to be with him not until her death, but for all eternity. Yelizaveta Vasilievna left school the same day as her Yura. They left town. Yura introduced Lisa to her parents, who were surprised at how quickly their son grew up. Well, of course it was poor Lisa's fault. Well, so be it, because Lisa immediately took a liking to Yura's mother. Yes, and his father admitted that his son was lucky to have a wife. The birth of 2 daughters only intensified their feelings. Their relationship is not always ideal, but what is there to hide? They know how to make up. Quite originally, Elizabeth Vasilievna taught her husband to use the language properly. I mean, they even have to talk. Although, they both like oral caresses. And, by the way, Vasily lost his position. Lisa's father was the director of the firm. And that was the determining factor in firing the prodigal former son-in-law.